You'd think that when it comes to Khloe Kardashian, people would be kind enough to give her a little bit of a break, after everything that's been happening with her. After all, the girl hasn't exactly had it easy lately. Sure, she's rich and famous and beautiful and all that, so she's got that stuff going for her. But she also just welcomed a baby with a man who's been very publicly cheating on her for at least her entire pregnancy. And that can't be easy. Tristan Thompson's infidelity was revealed just days before Khloe gave birth to their daughter, True, and while it wasn't clear at first if she'd stay with him or not, we'd say it's clear now. She's still living with him in Cleveland, and she's been publicly showing her support of him at his NBA games. It's always seemed like Khloe has a real stand-by-your-man mentality, for better or for worse. Just think about how long she stayed with Lamar Odom, knowing now how bad things must have been for her. You may think that's admirable, you may think it's dumb, but the point remains that she's in a tough situation, and she can't be in the greatest place right now. That's why it's important to show just a little bit of empathy, or why it should be important, anyway. But, as she revealed on Twitter, not everyone has been so kind to her lately. To go back a bit, Khloe revealed on her app last week that while she is breastfeeding her daughter, she's also supplementing with formula. In promoting one of those fancy bottle makers, she explained that technically I don't need something like this because I breastfeed, but because I don't produce enough milk, I also have to give a bottle with every feeding. And, with the formula I use, I have to give True the bottle within 30 minutes of making it, so it's been amazing to have this machine make it for me. She said that the machine is great because when I'm exhausted and can't even keep my eyes open in the middle of the night, it's a total lifesaver. But instead of picking up on the wild idea to spend nearly $200 on a machine that mixes up a bottle of formula, something most people can do with their hands, people picked up on the fact that Khloe is supplementing with formula. And if you know the internet, then you know that some of those people were jerks about it. The reaction wasn't all bad though. One kind soul tweeted mad respect to Khloe Kardashian for opening up about supplementing with formula. And Khloe herself responded, "Mommy shaming is real," she wrote. "But the truth is I've tried and tried and tried to breastfeed only and it wasn't working for me. I feel fortunate that I am able to still breastfeed but with the help of formula. Breastfeeding is something I really wanted to do. Just am not fully able. Oh, the dreaded mommy shaming, there are so many awful parents in the world, you know? And so many genuinely dumb decisions that typically good parents make. As the months and years go on, we're sure we'll see Khloe put True in a questionable outfit, or make some car seat mistake, or say something a little inappropriate. Let's just wait until then to get in our criticism, all right? There's no need to shame her for the way she feeds her child. Breastfeeding can be hard. Struggling to breastfeed when that's what you really wanted must be even harder, and struggling to breastfeed when you're also dealing with your boyfriend stepping out on you every chance he gets? Let's just all be so nice to Khloe, all right? At least for a little while. Khloe Kardashian, why she should leave Tristan Thompson, but never will start Gallery. Blac Chyna's relationship with Rob Kardashian may have been one huge dumpster fire, but she did get a baby out of it. Sweet little dream is growing up before our eyes. She's moved on, but she's been dogged by reports that she's pregnant with 18-year-old YBN Almighty J's baby, and now, fans think that she's trying and failing to hide a baby bump. Is this really happening? The pregnancy rumors about Chyna and YBN Almighty J were so intense that it appeared that the two briefly broke up before reconciling. That would be understandable. What 18-year-old is prepared to be a father, or would imagine that his 30-year-old girlfriend would get pregnant so easily? But it has now been a little over a month since those reports of pregnancy came out. Many had assumed that they were false. But some fans, and the Shade Room, noted that, in her recent outings, Blac Chyna may be sporting a baby bump. They also note that her appearances out in public are now less frequent than they once were. Curious, from the camera-friendly Chyna, a recent example is that Chyna showed up to her son, King Kairos, graduation from kindergarten. While she was said to be sporting balloons, eyewitnesses